Hey everyone, Bree the Gamer Girl here. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. My last video was Halloween actually, and yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, but now I decided to play this game, the Stanley Parable. It's an older one, but it's really good. So I wanted to play it, and yeah. They are remaking this next year, I think, so I hope to play that. But like I've seen a lot of this game, and it's really good. Like you can see, like in the monitor here, like you can see my mouse on the screen, which is great. Anyway, yeah, let's just get into this. This is the first time I booted up the game, so what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to get all the endings, all the achievements, everything. And it's gonna be good. And you guys are along for it, so it's loading. Load, please. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly this job, and Stanley was happy. And then one day something very peculiar happened, something that would forever change Stanley, something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so I'm playing now. So yeah, we're gonna try to get all the endings. I have the wiki up on my phone, and we're gonna try to get them all. And we're gonna try to get all the achievements too, so yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay,
so we should probably follow what he's saying. My god, Stanley is fast. Jeez. You're like sliding across the floor. Even though you have no legs! What does this say? I hate Mondays. Okay. Okay, here we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So we're gonna follow what he's saying, and we're gonna enter the door on the left. Jeez, Stanley, how are you so fast?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, so I guess we might as well listen to him. It's a broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okie dokie. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I always do this. Like, I need to talk more. Okay, is it? Executive bathroom. This is a nice office. I want this office. Can I have this, please?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oh my
Shocked,
God, there's an asteroid.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was
Keypad.
being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
So we
But of
type that in.
course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No, of course he
Yet
couldn't.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Random
Stanley happened to input the
buttons.
correct code.
Completely
by sheer luck.
random.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm kind of rushing through this. I'm sorry. Loading again. It's so slow on my computer. I don't know why. Come on. Come on.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna listen to everything he's saying. I'm gonna do all the endings, so... Or at least try.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's... 1 second, I'm just gonna wait for it to... Because Stanley's office should be on here. Okay, 427 over there. Yep, that's the office. Okay, so okay. La, la, la. I'm sorry, I'm being really quiet, and I don't want to be. But I don't want to talk over
This
the narrator.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So I'm gonna listen to him. Oh, my phone's going. Sorry, 1 second. Ah! Mind controls idle, awaiting input. There's like stuff up there. Isn't there like a rumor that there's like a URL in one of the corners over here? Anyway, So we
And when
have
at
to
last
turn
he
it
found the
off.
source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay, so we have to... Okay. And... oh.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
So this is the ending.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay, so that was the freedom ending. And I got an achievement, beat the game. Nice-oo. And we're back. So we're gonna try to do all of the endings. So we're gonna try the next one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And I'm sorry I'm being quiet, but yeah. Awaiting input. I'll do that later. In fact, what I might do, I might try to get this achievement over here. I have to knock on this door 5 times, okay?
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay.
I have to say I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Okay, we're clicking the door. 4:30.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay, I'm off. 417, 417, 417, 416, 415. Did I miss it? I missed it. 417, 417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay, 437. We're going. It's 427, 430, 437. Ah!
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
I love this though. Like, Because the achievements, like, just click on the door 5 times.
Now, back to door number 437.
But that's not it's not much of an achievement. So, wait, did we say 437? 437?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Go. You said 417? I don't know why I'm asking you guys.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
This is 420.
Yes!
Okay.
This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
I tried to jump. 416. He said 416 and I'm going backwards. No! 416.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
He sounds so excited and it's so great. Copy machine.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 43. Yes!
Yes!
We did it! Oh, wow.
I got an achievement, yes.
That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
I know, what was I thinking? Jeez.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So, we could, yeah, I think so. We're gonna do all the endings, but yeah. We're gonna go this way.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no exception of promotion or recognition, and don't get fired. Okay. Alright. Broom closet. Going up the stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, he did. Stanley is very good boy. I'm just gonna sit at the secretary's desk. Narrator!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety wasn't
I was excited.
So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Oh my god. This is why I love this game. Like, oh my god, I wanted to play this for so long. This game is amazing. There's an ashtray there.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Can I jump the hole? Oh my god. Boop! It didn't even do the elevator thing. It just opened here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Stanley is good boy. He follows all instructions.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Okay.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
It's already here, so it's... But yeah, I'm gonna try to get all the achievements, all the endings, and it's gonna be great.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Employee observation protocol. Huh. No. Oop. I'm trying to click the button again, but I can't.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
That's a lot of employees.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Yeah.
Never.
How come some of the
unthinkable.
Some of the employees have offices? Like Stanley has an office, but then some of them are just like
spent his entire
they
life
share like an office kind of
to
thing.
The world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
Button.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Mm-hmm. Or he can control people himself. Come on, I was almost there, and I was like, nope, you're gonna go back to the start because you're gonna click the wrong button.
Now the Monday decided that this machinery would never...
Boop.
Oh, Stanley. You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about
this is impossible to beat, so
about
I'm
me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Oh, no.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything,
But there's no way to beat
something
this,
here
I'm just
will
saying.
save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless, to see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye, employee
Take a look
427.
at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds
God.
until a big boom and then nothing.
Oh, jeez.
No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Okay, so there's no actual way to beat that. Just so you know. Maybe when it's whenever they remake it in the next year, maybe there'll be an ending. But that's it. So okay. So what we could do, we could try
All of his
disobey.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? Stanley did not do that. Stanley entered the door on his
This
right.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yes, it's a very nice room. Like, you know, you got a soda drink thing here.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Or did he? Nah, we'll save that for another day.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I know, it's incredible, eh?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting,
Watch this,
Stanley.
watch this, watch.
Someone you've forgotten.
Aha!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but
I got
really do want
explodes
to
in
help
the
you,
other
to
one.
show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Well, I'm colorblind, so I'm going through the blue door. No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Is it a coincidence that there's a red thing next to the red door? There's a blue thing next to the blue door too.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help it.
1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, Matt, sorry, I had to make tea.
Elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
There's like developer textures here. This is a nice door. There's a hole in it. There's several holes in it.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah, it was decent.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
Hey, I gave you critical
based on the
feedback.
data from your
That's
previous
true.
playthrough,
That's
I've
true,
compiled
wasn't
a
it?
new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard! What was... Good old Neil. Skid, Nico, Nacho, Vola, And of course, Stanley, number 427, is last. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. In total, a bunch of doors opened and closed and stuff. Attempted, steps taken. Did you know that 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. Oh, okay. A dead rat is offline. A dead rat is subjectively ranked. Blah, 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 blah. So, dead rat is above me, which is great. How does this work? Okay, that makes sense.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay. I think there's like 2 endings here.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
There's an ending if you play this for 4 hours. I might do that in another one, but for now I'm just gonna watch the baby die.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me.
I did it to get the ending.
I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my
I
game
put
was
the
so
fire out.
awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Alright. Oh my
Stanley,
god, I
is
love
any
this.
better? At last, the one thing you've always
looks so
desired.
good.
A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a
I
house.
can't jump. Oh my god. This is so good
Will
though.
go here, no, here, and then.
I want to go in your house.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it
No,
all off.
I can't go in.
Yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon
very
my work
nice.
of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
Even the snow's like.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay.
Isn't it grand?
Oh my god, it's so
Isn't it
nice.
perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Okie dokie. We're going. Oh my god. The music, yes. Oh my god. This is great. Like, yeah. That's all I can say. It's great.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I wish I could jump. There's mushrooms.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear.
This is
something that makes
great.
you
What are
feel
you
utterly
talking about?
irrelevant. This won't do
Okay, I
at all.
can't
1 out
see.
of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one.
I heard a spider.
Okay, new
I
game.
think. Yep, I'm hearing something. That's great. That would be great if there was mobs here. Oh, I think it was my sweater, like, brushing against it. Yeah. I love this song.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
I'm bringing the music. It's so good.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Alec. I'm gonna use the radio. No? No. Okay. I'm just gonna...
Genius.
Stay. Here, bud. Hey.
No, actually, you
And
know
next
what?
level?
I think
Oh.
that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I
Buttons
think
are
I'll
great.
just go about...
Oh, shoot. I was gonna let him say the rest of that, but I fell through the hole. Please rate your experience. It's the beta. Filing cabinets. Amazing. Office space C. Oh, shoot. Huh. I think this is actually the office from the beta version. Or is this from the Gmod thing? Is it Gmod? No, it's not. Because this was originally a mod for another game, so that's why this exists, I guess. 423. My office should be 424. Ooh, nice. 425. 426. 427. Press the buttons! Oh my god, that's... Oh my god. And then... yeah.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. And restarted. So this is already gone for almost an hour. I might do one more ending if I can just, yeah.
Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
And restarts. So, I should probably end this one here because it's gonna be pretty long. But yeah, I'm gonna play the rest of this. I'm gonna try to get all the endings. I'm gonna try. I might try to do the ending with the baby game. You legit have to play it for 4 hours straight. So yeah. Yeah, that might be a thing I do. Yeah. I hate Monday. Stanley, why do you hate Mondays? Seriously, like you have a job of pushing buttons all day. Anyway, so yeah, I'll leave this one here. I'm gonna play more of this eventually. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say in these videos, like, and especially like in this one, because I don't want to talk over the guy, and anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you have a good day. See you later. Bye.